Welcome back to the Moray Coast. Genuinely one of my favourite places in Scotland to undertake photography. This shoot was incredibly rushed, so much so I didn't even have time to remove the camera strap from my camera. I know, I need to invest in a Peak Design strap. I will get round to it soon, I promise. But I hope you can all overlook this for now, because what you're about to witness is one of the most incredible sunsets that I have photographed in years.
Good evening, I am back at my favourite place in the whole entire world, the coastline. And what a spectacular night it is this evening. I've actually come down to a beach tonight that I've never been to before. It's a very secluded beach, very difficult to get to, requires a lot of scrambling, a lot of climbing up very steep hills and all the rest of it. But I've arrived at this beach and as expected, there's nobody else here apart from the people that I've come with. And this beach is just incredible. It's a very small beach, there's not much to it, but because there's nobody else here, because it's secluded, it's a fantastic place, I think anyway. It's going to be a fantastic place for photography this evening. We've got rock pools, we've got beautiful wet sand, and we've got this incredible cliff face behind me, which is what I'm currently framing. So this shot that I'm taking here, the aim of it is to show off the grand scale of this epic cliff face behind me. And when we first came down here, my dad walked all the way around there, and his silhouette at the bottom of this cliff face looked incredible because it showed off the beautiful, stunning cliff face and how tall it is and gave it good scale. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just waiting for the light to come back out again, is I'm going to get Ed, who's over there, to stand underneath that cliff face where my dad was standing, because he's disappeared somewhere. He's away with his camera, he's away having fun. I'm going to get Ed to stand where my dad was standing when we first came down, frame him in the shot with this very extravagant cliff face above him, portrait orientation, which will allow me to show off that scale and hopefully just give that grand vista, that grand scene and that interest in the image. So that's what I'm going to do now. Just waiting for him to get himself over there, get this shot, and then I'm going to head down to the beach itself, down to these rocky bits around here, and see if I can get some more images. That way. Keep going. Okay, and now walk there, but walk forward a bit. A bit more. Turn round and look at the sea. The light for that image wasn't as amazing as it was when we were climbing down this hill to get here when I first saw my dad there, which is a real shame, but you know, it often happens when you come to locations, you miss the best light, and unfortunately we've got quite a bit of cloud on the horizon now, which is obscuring that view. We should have got here earlier, but I was away doing another job and this was the quickest I could have got here. But image to start the evening, scale shot, small person on the horizon, or normal sized person, but a small silhouetted person on the horizon showing the scale of these epic cliff faces. So in the hope that the light's going to come out again and we're going to get a nice sunrise, I'm going to head down to these rocks now and see what I can discover, because this is an epic location, and I think when you come to somewhere new, it's all about just trialing it out, seeing what works and knowing to come back there when the light is better in the future.
What I didn't realise at the time was that as I walked down the beach, I was about to be greeted with some of the most incredible light that I had witnessed in years. While I ideally would have liked some time to explore this newfound location, there wasn't time for that. So I ran along the beach, found some rocks to act as foreground interest, and enjoyed the spectacular show that began to manifest before my eyes.
I genuinely think I've just captured my dream shot. Like, this is a shot that I have dreamt of capturing for years. And what I mean by this is photographing scenes like this is where my photography journey all began. And I haven't shot a photograph that I have liked as much as this one, or that goes back to my photographic roots as much as this one, for many, many years now. Like, many years. And you know, it's even more surprising because tonight wasn't planned. This has happened out of nowhere. A mad rush down that hill. As you can probably tell, this vlog is all over the place. But just look at the view behind me. This is incredible.
Shots on the camera, I made time to shoot some stories for Instagram so I could share this incredible moment with you all in real time. Which, by the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you can do so at Kim Grant Photography. It's a great way to follow along on my trips, keep up to date with what I'm doing, and see the day-to-day workings of an outdoor photographer.
Sun is now dipping below the horizon, and the dream photograph that I've been trying to capture now for years, because honestly it has been a good number of years since I last got a cracking sunset on the Moray coast like we've just had, purely because I've not actually been here as much as I would like to be to get these types of photographs. But tonight has been a true reminder of the epic days when I began my landscape photography journey, where I would run down to the beach an hour before sunset and I would be up against the elements, up against time, running around like a headless chicken trying to get a photograph. And actually, even though that intense light has gone, we've now got this beautiful, subtle glow, which is actually adding a completely different dimension to the photograph, and this incredible ray of light. Look at this. If these aren't dream photographs, I don't know what is. Beautiful foreground interest created with these three rocks. a tip there, when you're doing landscape photography, odd numbers for some reason are a lot more visually appealing than even numbers. So we've got those 3 rocks, lovely wet sand allowing some of that colour to be reflected, the sea coming in, some rocks on the horizon to give interest, and then the beautiful sunset light illuminating the sky and casting on the wet sands. Incredible.
You've caught me. Here I am, taking some more shots for Instagram. Can you blame me though? Just look at that light.
Well, I must apologise for this incredibly rushed vlog. Tonight was totally unexpected, or unplanned should I say. Recently I've been incredibly busy. Since lockdown restrictions have started to lift, I've been so busy that in terms of doing photo shoots for fun or for YouTube like tonight, it's been quite difficult to fit them in. So sometimes it's like, right, I've finished my day's work, I've got a free evening, let's head out. And tonight was one of those evenings where it was a case of, right, I've done as much work as I can do for today, it's going to be a nice evening, let's go out with the camera. So sort of unplanned, quite a spontaneous trip, and therefore I didn't put much thought into this vlog. But I've said this before, I've said it a few times, I often find the spontaneous, unplanned trips are the ones that reap the best results. In fact, I think everything in life goes for that, don't they? I mean, it's so fun to meticulously plan a trip and meticulously plan some time outdoors. And sometimes if you're really busy, you know, you have to plan these things quite meticulously around work and other commitments. But when you get that chance, when you have that free time and you're able to do those spontaneous trips, they often are the most fun, and they often, because you haven't planned them, you've got no expectations, and often that is when nature is at its best. And tonight in many ways has proved that. What a thoroughly enjoyable night. These photographs are just totally reminding me, as I say, of where my photography journey began. And it's been a number of years now since I got a shot on a Murray Coast beach that I have been blown away with. A summer sunset, where it all began for me, on beaches like this along this coastline. What a nostalgic evening, and what a fantastic evening to get out. As always, I want to say a huge thank you for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed, I'm going to say, the photos as much as I have, because this vlog has been all over the place. And yeah, I really hope to see you all again next time. I've got a few weeks of not very much work coming up, so I've got a few plans. Because they're planned, I'm guessing the photography may not be the best, but it'll be fun nevertheless. I'll see you all again next time.
If you've enjoyed this video and would like to photograph the Murray Coast for yourself, I host a number of workshops in the area, both one-to-ones and group workshops. Although the light isn't always this spectacular, it is a beautiful place to come with your camera and immerse yourself in the stunning coastal scenery that surrounds you.